Okay, my name is Oluwaseun Ogo. I'm an artist. I studied visual art at University of Benin. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I'm a sculptor, a painter, music producer, and a fashion designer. So I actually use whatever material that is available. Especially, I prefer um, material that have been considered wasted or something that have been thrown away. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I have a lot of story about that because where I was born were considered thrown away, or maybe in Africa, when you open your eyes and you discover that you are in Nigeria, you discover that you have to walk twice as hard to meet up with the people in the Western world. So I consider myself as something that was. I used to tell people that I was born embarrassed, but now I have to walk upcycle myself. Do you understand? So that I can, you know, conf- use the come from the lowest part of this world and confound people that have all the amenities. And that's why when you see artists from Nigeria, they always do exceptional because of the story and their background. So that's what reflects in my paintings and in my art.
Now tell us about this art competition. Are there some kind of god or goddesses? What
Yes,
is the idea
yes.
behind it?
I have this way of educating Nigerians, especially the younger generation, that we have a culture before slave era came. We have a culture of preservation, and preservation was in diverse form. Like for example, this is Oshun. Oshun was a preservator, or if I can say that, someone who preservate our life, because there was a time where people were dying, especially pregnant women and nursing mother, and a woman stood up and asked question and said, "Why was this happening?" She refused to accept it as a natural phenomenon. She went all the way to Egypt to learn herbal medicine, all that. She became the first medical practitioner professionally in the world. But we did not have the culture of documentation. That was why we built figurine to remember her, to keep her image alive. So she preserved our life from things that were considered thrown away. Yes, from broken calabash, but from leaves that people, when you walk around and you see these leaves, just we probably think that these are waste. You understand? So that was how. So
So
tell me,
finally,
tell me.
tell us what you expect. What are your expectations from this participation?
I expect that this what you are doing now is actually the best part of the exhibition, which I call documentation. Because with the culture of documentation, people that are here might not be up to 10,000, but the whole world will get to see the story. And I expect that the whole world get to
So
see
what
the
does
story.
before I let you go, what does art mean to you as a person?
Art is my life. Art is life. I think art is a way of preservation. You know, I kept saying it. And education, the best way to get to people and let them know that they should have the knowledge of not being wasteful is through art.
Thank you so much.
My name is Hakim Aliawe. I'm a co-curator for this show. So as you can see, all the works are finely curated in terms of they're all recyclable items from using epoxy, acrylic, wood panels, and we have different artists here. Like Hakim Aliawe, which is me. I own a gallery, and yes, okay, okay,
We still talk about that.
okay,
Let's just talk about the exhibition first.
okay,
Now or never.
okay.
Why now or never?
Now or never is the impact of waste in the environment is very great, you know. And like a state like Lagos, there's a lot, you know, you hear Lagos stinks, Lagos smells,
Yeah.
and we all have to take control and be impactful personally within ourselves. So every individual has like kind of a commitment to make to the environment. That's part of why Feyi artistry, you know, used this recyclable element for the show. Yes,
So you being the curator of today's
yes.
exhibition and having gone around this artwork, what can you say that makes this artwork unique? What makes it different from
You know, what makes it unique is how creative the different artists use different elements, you know. I was looking at Norbert's work. He used recyclable um, um, paints, paints for his works, you know, like just different elements, wood panels with cans and things of that nature. Yes.
So what are the expectations? What are your expectations? Like what do you expect people to see whenever they come?
I think the expectations is people should be more aware, and instead of looking for new materials, you can find beauty from the old and turn it into new, more creative things. You know, it's the creativity of it. Yeah.
So let's go to your art. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
How are you today? I'm Larry Shegulin. I'm, chairman, Mind of the Masters. I'm an art promoter, art supporter. So I came here to support my friends, Feyi and her husband. Because this is a very, interesting combination. We are having three events here. Talking about a gallery, an art event, and then a fashion couture. So we have a people that have been able to say, okay, we can do this because of climate action. We want to curb waste. We want to curb waste in our society. These are very unique, you like say, thought-provoking ideas. And that's why we need to support Luxury by Feyi. Today's event has to do with, prioritizing people over profit. And when you see such a person or such a citizen prioritizing people over profit, we need to support this initiative. So the artworks are very beautiful. They are very interesting works. They are found objects that have been made to become, luxurious items. Then the clothing are beautiful works, by a designer herself. She's a great designer. So, and I think, considering the kind of people that have been here today, it is an epoch-making event. It's an interesting event. And we call on Africa to support this initiative. Luxury by Feyi. This is an interesting event. When you combine art with fashion, art and fashion intermarried, art and fashion cohabiting, art and fashion coexisting, I think the media should give it the maximum coverage.